well, actually a private news crew, but they saw it hit the back of the semi and flipped the semi. Thankfully, the driver was okay. And then the same system from another tornado beamed right into a farm, just literally obliterated a mobile home and a couple barns. Like, dang. Thankfully, nobody was in there. There were one chasers that were using roof mounted on top of their vehicle. Night vision, like grayscale night vision, so you can actually see the tornado. Like, wow, it actually does work. Well, yeah, but you know, I'm trying to see it in the dark now. Obviously, they had two people in there, so the one person was watching two different cameras and the radar while the guy was driving, but still.
You're functionally blind at night.
Yeah. Well, whatever lightning. Yeah, and they were relying on that too. Wow. They got to a certain point with the power lines that came over the road where the tornado gone by, and that was the end of the chase.
Did they say that the that 0.3 angle on the radar is gonna?
It's gonna lower it so they can see longer range.
But when did he think that would maybe happen?
I thought John said like August.
Okay.
Now there's only about 6 or 7 of the places in the country. The last time I heard anything, the initial deployment was going to be 6 or 7 of these, and then if that all goes well, then they'll move to the rest of all the rest of the radars that way.
Well, it's the software.
Apparently, yeah. Which actually makes a lot of sense.
Well, give you more.
And they might be able to lower it even more.
Well,
now from what I was reading, they were concerned about radiational effects.
Yeah, because you're going to rad somebody. Yeah. Especially people.
Well, they're worried about deering, and they were worried about deering and the base.
That's an interference at the base.
And I guess they were also worried about. See, I find that weird. And they said that the tower for the telescope was a worry, because I was like, there's a housing complex that's up a little bit up on the hill that's higher than that.
Well, there are
now there are a lot of sensitive equipment.
Yeah, bigger than that.
Yeah, but I suppose they're looking at sensitive
but
equipment.
It's lots of metal on that dome. That's what it is.
Still,
because the dome is all metal.
Yeah.
And that would give you a pretty good reflection.
Yeah. I just thought I found that odd, and they said, I was like, what?
I'd say there's a couple people here.
You'd be right. Maybe they're not all here for the meeting.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
I probably think.
I'm going to say a lot of them are here for the meeting.
Just a few. Just a few.
Good thing I went potty. I'm going to start remembering to do that.
Yeah. That almost chilly started to come the side
Hello.
It was fun time to go.
Well, it's time.
I'm sorry I mentioned that, you two viewers.
What?
Sorry I mentioned.
Oh, yeah. Anyhow, more fun.
Yeah.
Here we are, more fun.
Yeah.
Hurrah. So it sounds like we're not going to be ready to do the split.
Yeah.
At field day, which is fine. Well, they were asking to get too much done too quick.
Well,
It
whatever.
makes sense to wait on some of it.
It's always chaos before field day.
Yeah.
No matter how prepared we are, no matter how much we use the same stuff we used the other years,
Because
it doesn't matter because we're always in a
rush
mode
at the last minute.
Yeah.
And we've done
we
a
can't
lot.
decide. Well, just now that's it's like it's like a court hearing now for motions.
It will calm.
So you can motion one thing one meeting and totally get rid of it the next one.
Yeah, well, that's what clubs can do.
Yeah.
But I think the smart money was to make it up to the field day chairman to recommend what to do, and that makes sense.
And I don't know if that'll end up messing people up or not.
I think we're going to end up.
I can see the people who didn't want it, who got turned down last month, getting what they want.
Bottom line is, it's probably all going to end up at the north end, and we're not going to be ready down south.
Well, that might be the same.
I mean,
that might be. It might be the case.
But no antennas have been made for the wires or any of that stuff. And smart money is to wait and take our time and do it right.
But that's the right way. We don't ever usually do the right way.
Well, that's okay.
We do the redneck way. And
so I asked Dan what he thought about some of the other stuff. He said, this is not a good day for any new things. I went, yep, okay. Well, there's no point, since it works so well, APRS works so well.
That's probably zoned for commercial.
I'm thinking it was. Well, the next meeting it'll be field day. That'll be it.
Yep.
Nope. Show up, I'll operate, but I don't know if I'm going to get the time off, which is why I didn't add my name.
Yep.
Still waiting for that.
Whatever. You can do whatever they want to do.
Well, we'll figure out where we're at.
Yeah, just keep my mouth shut and not say anything at a meeting, because...
No, everybody should have said something. A lot of folks did. That's fine. We survived it. And what were you thinking over at the grocery store?
Coffee and that ham, that smoked ham. That's what that was. And if you have money, maybe 1 or 2 loaves of bread because we're getting full.
Yep.
Just an idea. You know, even though Mom didn't have all the ingredients for the chili,
Still turned out pretty
she
good.
still turned good, actually.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
K0AJW repeater.
You know, part of that's a John mistake.
Okay. Gas came down again.
It's okay with me.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the same amount as, I think that's a cheap stove, but whatever.
Regular with the. Yeah.
We've been driving this thing almost every day since we got it, so it didn't have any hiccups or anything. I don't remember.
No. I haven't stressed it too hard, but we have been driving it.
Yeah.
It seems to be fine. Okay, and I'm getting.
Thank you.
You're welcome. didn't like the way they did that last Enterprise.
The last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, nobody really does. Not even the people that were in the. Not even the people from TNG. They said that. We felt like we were stole their season finale, and it says every other show had a season finale or series finale. It was a combination of the show, and it was really good, and they kind of got screwed.
Yeah.
But almost every other one though also had a two-parter.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a two-parter. But honestly though, they almost didn't have their last season either.
They were.
It was only
good.
because the fans wanted a fourth season. Did they even get a fourth season?
I think they could have kept going. But
I honestly think they could have too.
They did a good job.
They said one of their highest rating episodes during the fourth season was the Mirror Universe.
Honestly, scary.
It was scary, but it was also, I think, one of the best acted ones.
Oh yeah.
Of almost, I think, probably made the series.
It was pretty good.
Except maybe when they brought the Borg. The Borg episode was pretty good too, even though they didn't mention it was the Borg, but it was pretty good. Even though they didn't want that in there, it kind of
they tied a lot of things.
It tied
together.
in a lot, and then they kind of used a hiccup of that for that Star Trek Discovery show, as a way. Well, you didn't see it, but they tried to base some of it. Well, a lot of people think that the way that the Section 31 and this AI that went kind of rogue was Section 31 had had acquired some of the Borg technology and the operating system of the Borg and messed with it, played with it, and it evolved and tried to take over. And because in one scene you see the AI inject what looked like nanoprobes into the head of the Section 31 guy, it says, looks oddly similar to the Borg. And how the Borg are trying to take over everything.